here. We pick up where we left off at. I ain't gonna talk about high school yet because I gave you a snippet of my in the 10th grade beginning, but that's when I met my baby mother in high school. And a little bit of things changed as far as tricking and doing all this type of stuff like that. I was in love then, but like I was telling you on the last show, is that I ain't talking about no murders and all that trying to be something that I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to say welcome back, Lamont. Welcome back to WEETV.
Glad to have you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I hope they subscribing to that site, man.
Yeah, they subscribing. They've been doing big numbers, big things. They love Big L.
Yeah, yeah. So what you want to know about today, man? We were gonna top on today. We.
You want to pick up where you left off at, cuz?
Oh, okay. Well, it was like I was saying last time. There was a lot of things going on, as far as in my 9th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade, man. We doing a whole lot of things. Like I told you before, when Moochie wrapped his hand around me, arms around me, and the whole crew, man, and everything just blew up for me, man. I started acting a fool. Then, like I was telling you about my man Rennie, up on the south side, but he was more on the south-north, because when you separate, Easton was in the northeast, but come back on across the street, that was the southeast side.
Right.
So just little knickknacks, man. When I was lining myself up in junior high and stuff like that, as far as the street-wise, I just was maneuvering and doing like my uncle taught me, Go back to like growing up, man. I always said, like I told you before, my personal game was, me and my best friend Boo Vanetta, was to get in and get out. But while we was in, have a whole lot of fun doing what we like to do. And then we touched on them. By the time I got in the 10th grade, I was still doing me. But then around about 2 months into my high school, 10th grade, yeah, that's when I met my baby mama, Chrissy. And shit, as far as the tricking wise, it changed. Matter of fact, I was glad I met her because I saved more money, but then I got smarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff started to kick in, like, you got a girl now, so you gotta be, you following what everybody else doing,
So where you meet Chrissy at?
In high school, we was going to Easton, but we went to Chamberlain. She took up cosmetology, and I took up barber. And our classes was across the hall from each other. So we went there in the 10th grade. You went there in the morning and had to be at Easton in the evening. So I used to catch her and her little girlfriend walking to school and stuff like that. She didn't like me at first. She thought I was too much at first. She was an old church girl, but she was fly though. She was what the girls doing today. I'm gonna say my baby mother was doing it back then. Like, she came to school in heels. She might have jeans on. She always had slacks on with a shirt on, dress on with heels on, and all that kind of stuff like that. That's probably why I was intrigued with her, because I ain't never seen a girl like that, but grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? And that really taking me out of my tricking character, because I said, damn, I like her, man. I like her. She different. And once me and her hooked up, it still was Christmas good. She was bad, and I'm fly as a motherfucker. And it just went along. She was a church girl though, you know what I'm saying? And the good thing, she didn't want me for my money. I had to make her take a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had to make her take a lot of stuff. I think that, I ain't gonna say I changed her because she was already fly, but I think that I pushed my lifestyle on her, and I think that was probably fucked up of me. Just didn't give a damn. I was giving a fuck on you, my girl. You gotta dress this way, cause I'm dressing this way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we had a nice run from 10th, 11th, broke up in the 12th grade.
But you still hustling at this time?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I did what I did. But in the beginning of our relationship, she had a baby, and his name is Antoine. He had a baby, so that right there took me grow up fast, because we was raising the Antoine and going to school, and I'm still banging. I ain't tricking, but I'm still fly as a motherfucker, going through the go-go's. I'm still getting plenty of money doing what I was doing. But I had a responsibility going into my 11th grade year, having little Antoine.
You give me one of those go-go nights. You say you going to the go-go.
Oh yeah, man. I was in '87. See, now we going back. Cause in junior high, I was up there when Chuck Brown made that album. The album with the orange inside. The Joe said, "Here we go again." Yeah. I was up there when he did that live, the B side and the A side.
Okay, Chuck Brown fan, huh?
Yeah, I was there. He used to play up there every Wednesday. Me and the crew used to go up there. Me, Boo Boo Nettles, Kenny Diggs, my man, Jogging Man. I mean, now when we went outside the garden, now we deep. We 30, 40 deep. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't come in there together. In case a nigga try something, you thinking we ain't deep in there, but we all the way live in there. Coming up back in my days, you had the chapter 1. See, a lot of these rookies know the Mirage. You know what I'm saying? See, it was the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, then the Mirage.
So all these clubs?
It was one club.
Name 4 different things.
Yeah, because they kept getting shot down because it was killing down there. Mm-hmm. But in the chapter, when we was going down there, it was the chapter 1. And how we got in at a young age, well, we would go to, sometime more, take me and Boo Boo and us down to the club, but we knew the police officers, when you get in front of the line, he gave him 2 20s, and once we passed him, they let us in because they thinking we old enough, because they both been checking ID. Right. So we get in the clubs, man. Chapter 1, I mean, the rundown was this week. Sundays you went to the chapter. You went to the chapter on Sunday. You was fresh. You had to spend about $1,500, $1,000 on an outfit. Monday you went down. You went out to what's the joint out there on Mondays? Out on Maryland, the classics. Mm-hmm. On Monday. Then if you're feeling gangster, you go to Triples on Tuesdays to see Jump. That was on Branch Avenue. Now there's a 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm. You went there on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, you had a choice. You went to the skating ring to sing Chuck. You went to what's the go-go uptown? Not the Black Hole, but you went to the Ibex to see S's on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, you had a choice. You can either go to the Quonset. The Quonset was for if you like them thick girls. Or you went back to the Mirage, because the Mirage had the strippers there for the ladies. 10 o'clock it was over. The ladies stayed to club night.
So you mentioned Crystal Skate. You said Chuck Brown was at Crystal Skate.
Yeah, Chuck Brown was there on every Wednesday. Now, if you wanted to skate, you go up skating ring on Saturday.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. That's when everybody and their mother was up Crystal. Back in the days, Crystal Skates was the end all be all.
Right.
For skating. You ain't go to Seabrook, you ain't go uptown to the Panorama Room. If you wasn't up Crystal Skates, then you wasn't nowhere.
Crystal Skate, was you there when some of that violence went on in PG County up Crystal Skate?
Yeah, I was up there the night Fat Rodney got killed. I remember the date because that's Peter Bug's birthday. It was May the 22nd, 1989.
Who was Fat Rodney to Washington D.C.?
Oh, other than known to be hustling, he probably was the first. He was the first rapper I seen.
Go rapper.
The first go rapper.
Right.
I seen. Successful hip hop artist I ever seen in DC was DC Scorpio. Then later on, after Stinky Dink started battling everybody, dropping everybody like a 9mm out the way, him and Kato got a deal with Luke Records. That's Luke Skywalker from the 2 Live Crew.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we was on then because after that he got locked up. Then ain't nobody ever get signed from a loan like that in the hip hop community. But
can you touch on a little bit of that Fat Rodney murder that you know about?
I don't, like I say, I don't know too much about it. All I know is that it was the night. I'll tell you this much. On that night, me and the crew went up there, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's so funny, right? That something was bound to happen because during the time that we was in Crystal Skates, fights were just breaking out. I orchestrated a fight up there between my man Moochie and some of them dudes from over 15 place. Walla, 15 place and all that during that time. What happened was dude walked past, stepped on Slim's shoe, and Moochie ain't normally do nothing. Moochie don't normally play that bullshit. So I went into it, I said, Boo, you see that shit, Boo? Boo said, man, go ahead, Lamont. Don't even start that shit, man. It was about 20 of them niggas. Man, fuck that. Hey, Slim, man, you let that nigga step on your feet like that? Then I stepped on his tennis shoes, and I said, oh, but you gonna smack me, but you ain't gonna smack that nigga like that? Man, Moochie went up to that nigga, grabbed that nigga by the back of his hand, man. When he smacked that nigga, he smacked him like 3 times. Each time he was going down to the ground. The third time his knees was on the ground, he just smacked him. And then all of a sudden I said, yeah, and any of you niggas want it, y'all can get it. But I ain't over 40 of them niggas. I ain't over 40 of them niggas, we. But by this time, again, aligning yourself up with certain people you need to be lining yourself up with. When the niggas from that came and got their men and found out who smacked who, they knew Moochie, they knew me, they knew Boo, they knew all of us, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then, like 5 minutes, 6 minutes later, man, you see Pop and 3 other niggas fighting some other dudes. They break it up. Pop knocked the nigga out that he was with because he got mad because the other nigga that he was with allowed another nigga to pop him. So we all getting out the car, we all leaving and shit, and one thing just led to another, man. We just seen what happened, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fat Rodney was trying to stop another situation from happening, stop another man from hitting another man, and he ended up getting hit by his Money Green Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? And that was a sad day, right? That was a sad day right there.
Sad day for DC.
Yeah. Because we didn't know until after he died and at his funeral and afterwards that a big label was about to try to sign him to a rap deal. And that just was a sad day right there. What happened up there during that time. But it's funny because that whole summer right there was that beginning of that whole year, and even after Fat Rodney, that summer was just cold, wicked. It was just wicked, wicked, wicked. It was like people just dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying?
What year was that again?
89. So then we really found out why they was dropping like flies. Cause they knew Wayne came home then. So they was pinpointing him with shit, you know, just you know, you don't know.
Wayne with it, Wayne P?
Yeah, Wayne Bird, you know, and a lot of things they saying that he did, they just speculate. You understand what I'm saying? Again, I ain't gonna sit in here and talk about no murder, but I will say this. A lot of niggas was bringing them motherfucking brown paper bags. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of niggas you claim that wasn't doing it, they bring them brown paper bags. His right-hand man at the time was my man Gooch, like I mentioned in my first one, but I ain't going in depth with it. My man Gooch, like a right-hand man to him, so I seen him every day in front of Gooch's mother house. Our house sitting next, 2 houses from each other. So yeah, I see a lot of niggas bring brown paper bags. I seen them smack a couple of niggas too. You know what I'm saying? So it started getting wicked. You know what I'm saying? You started seeing them around and stuff like that. You know, it leave a bad taste in your mouth for people that lived that 3-year period. But a lot of people don't think, you know, he went to prison. I knew Wayne when I first came on the porch in 84, 85, 86. You know what I'm saying? I knew about him going down Southwest, down Delaware.
Delaware Avenue?
Yeah, I knew about him going down Delaware. You know, I ain't knocking nobody else's interview. I heard somebody from DC say that when we was the murder capital of the world, Wayne Perry was locked up. Well, Wayne Perry was locked up because he was a part of that murder capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like you forgetting what he was in for, and he was trying to make a bond until trial. You know, they was letting you out on bond for anything, right? So we all forget about why he was in there or what he was doing, no matter how long he was in there when a period would happen. You know what I'm saying? Just left a bad taste in your mouth. When you mention him, it leaves more of a bad taste in your mouth because a lot of people was affected by this dude. But the people who knew him, and when I say this, I'm not saying it as him being weak. When the people that he fucked with and knew him, you wouldn't even think that he was like what he was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You wouldn't even think, and a lot of people that fucked around, a lot of people got their reputation off of him because once he spoke to you, niggas in this town start giving you respect. Like you see him in the go-go and he come over, give you love, give you a hug, give you love and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or he stand up, he see you getting an altercation, he stand up, motherfuckers looking around and they know, oh damn, he must be with Wayne P. Now a lot of them niggas would love him coming to talk to him around a rock of niggas. So that means that if they figured it, oh man, I ain't messing with him because I seen him talking to Wayne. And you know what I'm saying? So you had a lot of people in this town. I hear what I know, you had a lot of people in this town probably way more meaner than Wayne. The difference is a lot of people had a lot of people didn't wasn't on no extortion or anything. They was getting money. But they was just as mean if you came in their space. You know?
What do you know about Ray?
Ray is different. I've been around him a lot of times going into the go-go's with Moochie and all of me, Boo and all the corner. But have I ever touched him before? One time. I don't want to say number 9. The boys club next to Guy Udet.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he used to hang at and play ball all the time, and he used to buy them all the equipment.
It's Ray Edmond, right?
Right, Ray for Edmond. But to say, oh yeah, I touched him and spoke to him like Wayne, nah, I be lying. I seen him in the go-go's, but you might see him in the corner and he got 15 niggas surrounding him, and you couldn't get nowhere near him. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even get nowhere near him.
But he wasn't no different than everybody else getting money back then, right? Or he was getting money.
Nah, man, Ray was getting money. Ray getting money. I ain't gonna downplay his position. Everything you heard about him is true, but again, you had guys in this city that was, I mean, you know, Tony Lewis was getting way more money than Raver. Way more money than Raver. It wasn't until they hooked up and Raver blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you would think all you served was Wayne, Perry, and Vito. So you thought Vito worked with Wayne. So you would say Rafer and Tony Lewis. So you thinking since you call Ray first, he the boss and Tony the underboss. It wasn't like that, man. It wasn't nowhere near like that, man. I'm telling you something that I know. Do I know both of them guys personally? No, I do not know. But I've been around a lot. I've been around. It ain't like I wasn't around those guys. I couldn't just touch them. But everybody in the town knew that, man, Tony Lewis was, but you know, you just like Tony Lewis was the muscle. And he wasn't doing no Bama shit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, not to fuck with Ray. You know what I'm saying?
You ever see any of those dudes in the gambling spots?
All the time.
I know you play the gambling spots.
All the time,
What year was it? How old was you when you started hitting the gambling spots?
Uddy took me, we call him Uncle Uddy. Uddy took me, Moochie and us. Well, I'ma say when I first, because I don't know when Moochie first started. But I can say he started with me because Moochie he don't venture. He ain't never venture out no way.
Stayed in the guards.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was the type of person that he ain't never venture out, and he just had a reputation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He just had a reputation. That's it. He ain't venture out. You couldn't catch him. But Uncle Uddy took us to the first gambling spot when he was down Capers over top of his cleaners. I think I won $1,000 the first night I gambled. I gambled or something. They told me to shoot the dice, and I shot the dice. And then from there, not knowing that most of the people that gambled, they own gambling joints. They was hustling each other gambling joints. Like, I come over here, we come over here from 6 to 10. Then we go to my spot from 10:30 to 1. Then we'll go to another spot from 1 to maybe 5 in the morning. That's what was sitting around the table. All dudes that had gambling spots, mostly. And I saw Ray maybe once or twice, but I saw Wayne a lot of times. When Wayne come in the gambling joint, them niggas jumping out of windows and shit. Motherfuckers hiding in the bathroom and shit. Yeah. Motherfuckers trying to get out the front door and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't sitting up here saying that he the baddest motherfucker in the world, but what I'm telling you, what I seen, Silky Slim coming. Who the fuck is Silky Slim? You know what I'm saying? Silk coming. Motherfucker still gambling. Don't know what the fuck you talking about. All my bet, young. All my bet, young. Two, the niggas shoo down the door. Silky Slim in them pocket. And when he come in the door, hey Wayne, motherfucker gone if he ain't catching. You know what I'm saying? So my early years of Crap Jones was, it was alright, man. You know, Wayne come in there, fuck the whole thing up. You know what I'm saying? If they mention his name, motherfucker, just, you know, get the fuck on about the business. And he don't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What I learned is that when you show fear to niggas, you make niggas do stuff to you because that's not their intention to come and do something to you. Mm-hmm. The intention is to come and gamble and get the fuck on out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the gardens, I ain't never seen no, you know, like I say,
they had big crap games in the garden though, right?
Yeah, he used to come in the garden, but nah, he ain't never do nothing.
Nah, but I'm just saying they had crap games in the garden. I mean, anytime you got, you know,
I think
the hood or ghetto, whatever you want to call it, you got drugs that they always
I think, and I might be wrong. This is where, though, you know, shouts out to Uncle Ty, Madness. But you gotta ask Uncle Ty, man. You gotta ask Uncle Ty. Moya don't come around no more, none of that, to prove my point, or you catch Uncle Uddy. If I'm not mistaken, and Uncle Ty know he been all over DC. I think the guards had the most money in Washington DC when they come to gambling. Outside, I ain't talking about how much in the inside in crap joints.
More indoor gambling.
Right, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about all crap joints outside. I think that the Gardens, not because I come from there, the Gardens probably had the most money on the ground than any hood that's in Washington D.C. And not because you had Uncle Ty, you had Red Ryan, you had Donnell Matt, you had Black Busters, you had Old Man Nook. You understand, he was about 80 something, so he died before 1993 or 2. Rich dude. You had Big Boo. Big Boo, that's my man. Big Boo. What I'm trying to say is, any dude that was anybody, they came in the garden. I only seen Rafers in the garden one time. Mm-hmm. That's one time. In the 80s. That's one time. But anybody who was in this city, they came to the gardens. You might have Uncle Ty might have, man, 50,000 on him. And probably about another 50 in the car. Uncle Uddy, you know, he was moving and grooving in the garden, so at any time he can ask 5 different niggas to go in the house and get a bag. I mean a real bag. You had Donnell Mack, same thing. Man, woo, get a bag. That's why I mean that the gardens ain't really get robbed or wasn't none of that Silky Slim coming shit in the garden because everybody you know that it was in there. Probably was anywhere from $600,000, $700,000 a day on the ground in the summertime. In the hallway in the summertime, in the wintertime, you might have you $300,000 in the hallway. Then little niggas like me at a $20 crap game, you probably had $20,000 in a $20 crap game. Then you had another crap game with $10. You might have had 7 or 8,000 in a $10 crap game in the garden. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was that's how it was in the gardens, man. If you was in our neighborhood, you never had to go outside your neighborhood. If you wanted Gucci's, you wanted TV, you wanted a floor model TV, you wanted Gucci shoes, you wanted Louis Vuitton jackets. You know, the dope thing, all you had to do was put your list in. Tomorrow they came back with it.
The boosters. They was boosting back then.
Yeah, that's what they call boosters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they gave you the receipt. And they gave you something where you could take that motherfucker back. That's how you knew they was going to the real stores.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go to the store, like my jacket will get ripped. And I go to the store, they look at my ticket, they look at my tag, and they punch these numbers in and can tell that the coat comes from the actual company.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Walker, we'll fix your jacket. Shit like that. And like I said, it was fun. Growing up in the game, it was just like fun. You know what I'm saying? Post my baby mother, me meet my baby mother, like it was anything you want to know or want to learn, I was in it. I was in all the go-go's. You ask these youngins, air raid, mass extension, class band, trouble funk, Red S's, Lil Benny and the Masters, EU. They don't even remember Reds and the Boys. Reds died in 86. They did one album in 86. He died in 87. That was Reds and the Boys and Red S's was menaces. You know what I mean? Them the bands you put together. Before S's was the #1 band like they is right now today, their menaces was Reds and the Boys. Mm-hmm. Then you had man, Junkyard come on the scene. I remember Junkyard was beating on buckets and cans. 85, 86. So you had a mean go-go scene. See, where I couldn't get into the go-go's, every rec had a go-go Friday. Your rec, we might come on Minnesota Avenue because air raid over your rec. Next Friday, you come over to Buchanan or Watkins, they got Trouble Funk in that joint. So in that era, man, we was going to go-go. You was going to Crystals. Like I said, Crystals was the end-all be-all when it come to the skate. Mm-hmm. Because therefore, we got a chance to meet Maryland girls because all them apartment buildings around there was nothing but Maryland girls, and that was the shit back then. You thought you was rich if you had your Maryland girl. So then if you knew how to skate half decent, you got you something. So that skating was a big part of the hustling scene back in the days. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where everybody go. You know what I'm saying? And then in my recollection, niggas just came up there because that's where they conducted business for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me and you partners on the dance floor when it's all men. We skating, but they don't know we talking business at the same motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? By the time all men stop skating, I take my skates off. I already know you're gonna meet me in 3 hours at Buchanan. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what we discussed. Or we done already been in the bathroom and I done gave you 50,000. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So skating wasn't only a part of the culture, but it was a part of the drug culture too. Cause that's where you went up there, got on the skates, and you talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, outside the parking lot.
Parking lot, inside the building. That's where you talked about it at. You know what I mean? But then a lot of people started liking the skating. A lot of the hustlers started liking the skating because that's where they was meeting all the girls. Skating. So that's where you had that and stuff like that. No. It was like I said, that's where and then in the gambling joints, as far as getting back to the gambling places, I know you know Bug, Tater Bug. Good story about my man Tay. Another dude that can verify anything I say. I remember when Tater Bug was like, I'm 48, so Tay gotta be 40. I remember Tater Bug know me from hanging around his father and grandfather. Around his grandfather and grandfather, they controlled the bottom of Nella Helen Barrel, like your 52nd, 58, 56, 42nd Street, all on the Nella Helen Barrel and all that. That was them right there. So I used to go over there when I was, you know, doing little stuff in the game, not hustling, but you know, you get a feeling you going over the gambling and stuff like that. And that's how I met Lil Tay. And his father and them used to do me the same way, like give me little money and all that kind of stuff. What's up, young? You doing all right in school and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, motherfuckers ain't know you was hustling. They just knew because you was hanging with a dude that they knew, oh, that's a little man. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of times, that's how Tay know me from his father and grandfather. Gambling and stuff like that. And going up the skating ring and all that kind of stuff like that, man.
Well, do me a favor, Lamont, you know what I'm saying? I want you to touch on that situation, you know, that got you, you know what I'm saying, in the position that you in now to this day that you got to live and you got to walk around with, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the touch on that, right? On the touch on that.
You know, the years, all the time it happened, and you know.
I got shot up September the 19th, no, the 18th of '89. It's a funny story. It's a funny story, we.
Getting shot out is a funny story.
It's a funny story, man. How it happened, right? Like all through high school, like I said, I was faithful to my baby mom. But in the mix of little shit happening, like I said, little shit started happening around me to other niggas around me that was being fucked up outside of the neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my baby mother was the type, she ride or die. You know what I'm saying? She ride or die with you. And at this time she had the Antoine, and like I had to make a whole lot of decisions and stuff. I used to break up with her according to how my street life went.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, hoping that she just leave with the baby, and I ain't got to worry about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we were stuck by the arm. Like I had chains on me that say Chrissy and Lamont. She had the same thing. We had bracelets with our names on it and everything. So everybody knew who Chrissy was because I always had stuff on my arm saying Chrissy and Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
And but I used to do a whole lot of little things to get rid of her, but she never get rid of me. I could never get rid of her because I knew, like by the 11th grade, a lot of funky shit started happening. A lot of funky shit.
Right.
And speeding it along, by the 12th grade. My man let me use his Z to get to the point what you trying to get to. My man let me use his Z in the it was Burgundy, and it was a 98 Bubble Z. That's when they first came out.
89.
89 Z. I mean 89.
89 Fatback Z.
Z, right?
Get it right, because I'm a Z lover.
It was a Burgundy joint.
Yeah.
I parked out of Marlow Heights, in front of Marlow Heights, in one of the slicks.
Let this be clear though. You're in an 89 Z in 89.
Yeah.
That's strong, but go ahead.
It was another one I didn't know. I had the same kind of Z I had, and he parked like 4 cars down in front of the joint. I didn't know he was out there. After the movies, my girl, Chrissy said, I gotta go to the bathroom. I don't forget nothing. Chrissy said I gotta go to the bathroom, or she went in the movie, she went to the bathroom for something. The couple, the dude and his girl come past me in the lobby, and I see him getting in the car. Soon he got in the car and shut the door, some niggas rolled up and killed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Snuck up and killed both of them.
This is at the movie theaters out in Maryland.
Right, Marlow Heights.
Okay.
Me and Chrissy get in the car and we pull off. But in my mind, my aspirations was right. Because when the word got back, that was for me.
Mm.
This 89 now.
Mm.
So my friend Boo Boo Nettles was like, hey, L, during this time, man, Boo Boo kept warning me, said, L, man, you gotta stop doing this, man. You gotta stop doing that. Man, we doing too much now. And I said, Boo, man, you know what? I gotta get rid of my baby mama, man. If that shit was for me, just imagine now. They missing. Evidently, they came from this way. Somebody told them that I was in the Z, but they never told them where the motherfucker was.
Right.
You know, far I say that it's two of them out here. One, he in the woo woo. This one, nah. So they keyed on the first one, but I guess they wasn't paying attention to mine.
Right.
So when that happened, dog, I had to get rid of my baby mama. Man. I made some dumbass excuse, some shit that I ain't